Independent.
I am strong.
I respect work.
I have freedom. Equality has no gender. I can do what men can do.
I am not just a woman. I am a woman.
Good afternoon, sir. We are from ESL2A po, and we are here to conduct an interview po as part of our assessment po and language programs and policies and analytical scientists po in relation to Millennium Development Goal number 3 po, which is specifically the promote gender equality and empower women. And before we proceed, sir, may we kindly ask if we can have this interview recorded po.
Okay.
So attached here with sir is our letter of intent and the brief explanation or brief interview guides. The first, sir, is a brief explanation po of MDG number 3 po.
Okay, so the MDG number 3 focuses, actually this was the international commitment of United Nations, no? That ended, if I am not mistaken, 2014. And some of the targets of UN still was not successfully performed or successfully done by many countries. That's why from MDG 3 in 2015, if I am not mistaken, it was carried out to the new targets of the United Nations from 2015 to 2030, I think. Now it's now called the Sustainable Development Goals, now SDG 5. This is the gender equality. The basic concept of MDG and SDG is to promote gender equality among women and men in terms of opportunities, in terms of rights, in terms of education, in terms of their recognition in the society, okay, or leading the community, as decision makers, okay. Okay.
Having said that, sir, what are the ways or actions, programs, or policies po of the university toward achieving MDG number 3?
All right. So as far as the Gender Development Office is concerned, we have done so much to promote gender equality in the university. At the same time, mainstream this in the instruction, research, and extension. Let me elaborate. As of now, the office have developed the number 1 is the booklet, okay, which can serve as guide. May I show you the booklet? Ayan. As you see, we also have here some of the materials. This is a gender fair language booklet. It focuses on language which is fair to everyone, not only for women, okay, in order to avoid biases, discrimination, violence in terms of words, and others. Now, the purpose of having a gender fair language is that we eliminate the hindrances, the factors that might hindrance the development of women, especially to their full potential. Because language, as we know, is the medium of information wherein we transmit information, culture, and others. Aside from that, the office conducted different summer trainings in order to inform our faculty and teaching students on how to mainstream the concerns of women, especially the use of language in instruction. Let's elaborate. Instruction wherein the materials, the modules, and the medium of instruction are free from discrimination, biases, and others, violence. In research, also we conducted many seminar trainings to inform the researchers on how we can enhance the efficient use of language in order to transmit information. Like for example, how women, especially marginalized women, students, indigenous, and also indigent, students can, or how how language can be used in order to transmit, okay, efficiently the knowledge to the students, to the extension beneficiaries of the university through research, ano, so that we may know how we can help those people, no, and helping them through their own language and dialect, no, researching on what best and what language can be used in order to transmit the knowledge, the technology to the students and to other stakeholders. Extension, of course, is when we give information campaign, when we give technology, when we share resources, no, to our external stakeholders. The language used, especially Bicol, Filipino, is observed for them to really understand, no, the technology that being shared to them. Okay, so that language will not be the barrier between the knowledge and the technology being shared, no? Kasi if they didn't understand well the language we are using, of course, these beneficiaries of extension would not really understand well how to do, what to do, why to do, and the technicalities of the technology. So, training seminars was already conducted. That's it.
So, moving on, sir, what do you think po is the role of language in achieving this MDG number 3 po, or this goal, and how language either help or hinder the progress?
Okay, the role of language, no, in achieving this MDG or SDG I mentioned. Of course, number one, language is the medium of education, no? We transmit knowledge. Now, based on research, no, that students really stay in school, okay, if they can connect and understand the language. That's why, according to research, the more the student learn first their mother tongue language, they stays more in school. They don't have that transition difficulties, okay? Because from the start, it's the mother tongue. It's being integrated with the new language, which is Filipino and the English. Now, in terms of literacy, it's very important. Women, okay, of course, can actively participate in entrepreneurial activities that will uplift their livelihood if they don't have that language barrier. As we all know, transactions between business owners should be facilitated with a good communication. Unless otherwise, if you cannot communicate well, no, then it will be hindrance for you to level up your business. Next is to assert their rights. No, if we can effectively inform, especially women, of their rights, no, using language that is easy to understand for them, then they can now understand well how to apply their rights. Because as we know, there are so many special laws made for women, especially on violence. No, you cannot assert your right if you don't understand the law. You cannot assert your right if you don't understand the language used in that law. You cannot assert your right if you don't know how to file, no, and how to communicate well your negative experiences, no, that is so-called violence. We have different violence. We have psychological, we have financial, we have sexual, we have physical, and so many violence, no, that can be faced by women, especially, wherein it hindrances their full development. Okay?
For the last question, sir, as the Gender and Development Director of the university, what is one thing you can do to make a positive impact on gender equality and women empowerment?
As of now, we are on the final stage of finalizing the policy and mainstreaming the use of fair language to instruction, to the modules, to research, to the extension. Aside from it, I am also a recognized national trainer on that. So I share the message of gender and development to other stakeholders and agencies. Okay, as a matter of fact, we are giving trainings, seminars to other SUCs, LGUs, no? As part of our responsibility as the focal person of gender and development. And lastly, we are initiating innovations, okay, through the use of technology on how we can connect with more audience, okay, that can access our information campaign in the university through the use of social media. We have the Facebook page on GAD so that every live seminar can be uploaded and live streamed through social media. Also, we are maximizing the development of different printed materials that can be disseminated. As the head of the gender and development, we want to develop more printed materials that can be disseminated to the stakeholders. Lastly, we are developing signages. No? As you see, this one, and many signages that you may see around the university. We want to add more signages in order to inform the stakeholders, students, faculty and teaching, and other stakeholders of their rights of using the language that they know, using English Filipino as the common language that we use. Okay, so using the language, we hope that we can have a gender equality. And lastly, okay, as I mentioned, gender equality is not only about women empowering women. Of course, we also empower men. Okay, that's why we want to use the proper knowledge, the proper language, in order for women and men to really connect with the correct information, correct knowledge, correct technology. Okay, using different modality, technology, printed, and other modality. So, I hope that we shed light on the topic that you raised a while ago. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your
I am proud of who I am.
I have power.
I have right.
I am an empowered woman.
Gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight.